Hey guys, I'm coming at you with a fun little tutorial slash time-lapse video today. It's a Photoshop edit I'm doing of my bikini Slowpoke cosplay. So let's jump right in. The first thing you want to do is crop your photo to size. Since I shoot on my cell phone, they do come out 16:9. I prefer 8x10 for print or 8x12 depending on the photo. Next, I want to duplicate my layers just so I have a backup while I'm working on stuff, and then I can go from there. On your top layer, use your pen tool on the left there and just start outlining the skin. Zoom right in and just start outlining the whole thing. I am a little sloppy in this video only because it's time-lapse and it's just a tutorial. I would take my time more on it and really make sure I get to the edges, and just to make sure it didn't look skewed in the final photo. When it's all finished, you want to go click on the little tab that says Paths. You want to right click it, make selection. I use a keyboard shortcut, Control-Shift-I to inverse the selection, and then just hit delete, and that will completely remove the background. And then you can zoom in and also cut out any holes. Turn off the visibility on your outline and turn on visibility for the middle layer, and grab your clone tool. Make sure you do a lower hardness and a decent sized brush and just start cloning around the object. It prevents it from looking fuzzy on the edges. And then go into your filter panel, blur, and use the Gaussian blur. It's the most even blur, and it works the best for depth of field backgrounds. Take a really big eraser with 0 hardness so that there's no sharp lines, and then just go ahead and erase the bottom of the photo just to give that nice gradient into the depth of field. Select your object layer and duplicate it. In the adjustments panel, go to your hue and saturation panel, and you'll be upping the saturation to really pump up the hair. I really want it to be brighter than the dull it is right now. And then merge your adjustment layer with your top object layer, and then take your eraser tool, a small eraser tool, and go in and erase the skin from that layer. Turn your other layer on so that you can see what it looks like all together. And if you're satisfied, you can turn on all your layers and do a quick check, make sure everything is as you want it. Next, it's looking a little dark, so I'm going into the adjustment panel and going to brightness contrast. I'm going to boost the brightness and contrast a bit, just to really boost the colors. I'm not happy with the bright green bushes in the background where the sun's hitting it, so I want to make some changes to that. So you can play with color adjustments in the hue saturation panel. You can play with brightness contrast. You can play with different methods to get a look you like. As you can tell, I experimented a bit, but in the end I didn't like any of the adjustments. For small parts like this, we are going to use the burn tool. You can find that on the left side panel. You can adjust the size, softness, exposure, how dark you want it to turn out. Select the background layer and just start quickly brushing over it. You'll notice it darkens it up with each stroke. Go over it as many times as you want until it evens out, and then it's not as distracting in the background anymore. I'll do a final play with the brightness just to really make it bright. It's summery, we want it to be bright and fun. You can play with your layers again by turning them on and off just to make sure you're completely satisfied with it. And then we're done. That's all there is to it. You have finished editing your beautiful print, and it didn't take that much effort at all. This video recorded took 20 minutes before time-lapse. So there you go. There's a quick fun tutorial for you. You don't have to be a professional photographer. You don't even have to have professional equipment. Just go have some fun and learn some new things. I hope this tutorial was helpful for you guys. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments below. And if you did enjoy this, you're welcome to support me on Patreon, where I post exclusive content and videos first. And if you're happy waiting, then feel free just to subscribe to be notified when all these videos go live. Thanks so much for watching!